You're watching the SCAC 2018-19 Swimming and Diving Media Days. Today it's time to take a look into the Centenary College Ladies and Gents Swimming and Diving programs. Of course, these programs coming off a fourth place finish on the men's side last year at the SCAC Championships and a fifth place finish on the women's side. Time to welcome in head coach Butch Jordan, senior swimmer Zach Norton on the men's side, and junior swimmer Jessi Jordan on the women's side. Coach, Zach, Jessi, first of all, thanks so much for joining us today.
Glad to be here.
Yes, sir.
Coach, I'll start with you. Heading into your 18th season at the helm of the men's and women's swimming and diving programs there at Centenary. With your experience, what's the key to a productive preseason camp in the first couple of weeks of the season? What are you trying to establish to set up for a good season heading into the rest of the year?
Well, we're trying to start getting in shape, first of all, but we're trying to start getting the kids to get into good workout habits and good technique and things like that. That's very important early on. As the season progresses, you kind of get more into workout mode. Then as the season starts winding down, you start moving back a little bit more towards technique again. But you definitely need to set the table right at the beginning with proper technique and doing things correctly from the get-go.
Zach, Coach talks about being in shape and the importance of that, first couple of weeks of the season. What is preparation like heading into the start of a swimming and diving season look like for you? How do you kind of establish some of that base of your endurance, of your strength, so you're not totally playing catch up when it comes to preseason?
Well, it's all about making sure you're doing your work in the summer. A lot of us swim for club programs or our high school teams, and so for the most part, it's making sure that you're doing your work and you're swimming in the summer, whether it's with a club team, a high school team, or even on your own. It's really important to make sure that you're keeping your cardio up, because once the season gets rolling and once we start practicing with Butch, it's nonstop 24/7, and if you're not ready, you're going to suffer. So,
Jessi, for you as an upperclassman and a leader of this group, it's a pretty big influx this year of young new talent and a big group of freshmen. As one of the leaders of this team, what's going to be sort of your message to some of the new swimmers into this program to try to integrate them quickly and get them heading in the right direction for this season?
So obviously it's exciting to have so many awesome swimmers coming in this year. The biggest thing we're trying to focus on is just working as a team in everything we do, whether we're in practice and keeping the team morale up, or if we're at meets, making sure we're cheering for everyone. And just kind of keeping a really positive team atmosphere.
Coach, as you look at both of these programs early on and you've started to sort of see the work that they've put in, what are some things about these groups that excite you heading into the season and gives you a lot of confidence?
It is a good mix of our veteran swimmers and new kids, and I think that mix is going to be it's going to show. Looking forward to this weekend. We first get to have our real competition. So I believe that's the most exciting thing, seeing how the veterans come together with the freshmen and see the maturity, see how the freshmen mature, and hopefully our veterans will lead them the right direction.
Again, you're watching the 2018-19 SCAC Swimming and Diving Media Days. Today we're taking a look at the Centenary College men's and women's swimming and diving programs as we're joined by head coach Butch Jordan, senior swimmer Zach Norton, and junior Jessi Jordan. And Zach, I want to come back to you. Coach spoke about the keys to a strong start. For you, as you look at this season and its entirety and the progressions that a swimming season typically takes on, what will you be looking for as one of the senior leaders on this team early in this season through the first couple of meets that will give you confidence moving into the rest of the season?
well, as Jessi said earlier, morale is kind of a big factor on confidence. As long as everybody's confident in their swims, it's the beginning of the season. Everybody's got lots of room to improve. We're always looking forward to starting out fast and finishing faster. And a big key to that is keeping everybody positive and keeping everybody supportive of each other. And that's the big thing for me, is as long as the team chemistry is on point, then that will bring a lot of confidence for everybody coming up in the rest of the season.
Jessi, Coach talked about the excitement for these groups to head into the opening of the season here this coming weekend. What do you anticipate that feeling being like for you standing behind the blocks for the first time in competition? I'm sure you can try and simulate that in practice, but I have to imagine that first meet of the season is always special. What do you anticipate your feelings being the first time you step to the blocks for competition this year?
For me, I'm excited to get to race again. And excited to see like what's come of the work we've put in so far, and going back to the team atmosphere of it. I'm excited to feed off of that and use that to race well this weekend.
Zach, finally wrapping up with you. As I mentioned, this is a men's team that finished 4th at the SCAC Championships a season ago. Looking ahead to the rest of this season, what are some of the goals for the team this year when you've had those discussions, and what will be key for this team to maybe try and improve on that 4th place finish from last year?
Well, the one of our big factors is we have a really strong freshman class coming in. This is one of the fastest classes that I've seen since I was a freshman. So a big factor to how we're going to score at conference is making sure that we're leading these guys to, if not be faster than us, keeping them on track to be better, as well as everybody else, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. So the big thing is just making sure that we're pushing everybody to do the best that they can in practice, to keep them on their goal sheets, to keep them in mind of what we have planned for the season, to work hard and to drop as much as they can on every single swim that they can. So that's the biggest thing, is just reminding everybody of what their goals are, and that anything's possible if you put your mind to it and if you put the effort in. So that's going to be a big factor for how we do at conference.
Jessi, along the same lines for you, as I mentioned, this women's program, a 5th place finish last year at the SCAC Championships. You spoke to your excitement about integrating a big group of freshmen onto this team. What are some of the goals that you have with your women's program this season, and what will be key for this team, to try and make steps in the right direction and maybe improve on that 5th place finish from a season ago?
I think it's gonna be a matter of to go back to team building. It's just, that's really important to keeping everyone accountable to each other for the work that we do, and for just keeping each other motivated in practice, keeping each other working hard, and then in the meets making sure that we're using the atmosphere of competition to push us forward.
And finally, Coach, wrapping things up with you, you've had a chance, obviously, to hear from some of the leaders on both of these teams, their excitement heading into the season. For you, this group, both of these teams, it will be a successful season if what plays out, if what happens. What are you looking to see that will make you proud of the work that both of these teams put in as the season unfolds here in the 2018-19 year?
Well, of course, putting the work in early always gives people confidence. If you know you've done the work, if you know you've done the preparation, you should be confident going to the conference meet. Keeping people healthy. Last year that was a big issue. We got a bunch of kids got sick 3 weeks before conference, and that definitely put a little crimp on the way we performed. We need to make sure that our kids get their flu shots and stay healthy this year. But we're going to do the work, and we're going to do things leading up to that. Of course, it ends up being when you show up at that pool, pretty much the whole season is laid on the line. When you go to conference championships, that's what really counts. So hopefully the kids will be ready to step up. So the work will be done, and we're expecting great things out of this group.
The Centenary College men's and women's swimming and diving programs head into the season led by head coach Butch Jordan, senior Zach Norton, and junior Jessi Jordan. Coach, Zach, Jessi, thanks so much for your time today, and best of luck as you head into the 2018-19 swimming and diving season.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.